It's the first day of school, not just for the students, but teachers as well. So we're going to try to give you a glimpse of what it is like to be a teacher in 2025 with the help of recently retired educator Jack Bruce. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for having me.
We should say in your career, it spans the gamut. You've taught at an elementary level, you've taught high school, a slew of different subjects, and recently retired, we mean recent, fresh. You just last year you wrapped up.
Yes.
How are you feeling watching some of the protocol in place and sitting at it from a perspective where you can just sit back and see it all? What does it feel like for you?
I'm slow at processing, so I'm starting to miss those elements. During the summer, there's time to relax, but time to prep as well. And it was new not having to do that, or to go places like the CNE and not pick up pamphlets you might use in class. I have colleagues who are prepping, or previous colleagues, so any way I can support them.
I think something that there's a misconception that teachers or educators get the summer off. No, you are always thinking ahead, right? So let's talk about some of the specifics in the classroom right now. When you were teaching, how big were cell phones and cell phone bans? We know in the province of Ontario, dependent on the grade, they should either be put away completely or used for educational purposes. From your perspective and your experience, was it a major issue when it came to enforcement?
I've been teaching elementary since 2018 at two schools that went up to grade 5 and 6, so cell phones weren't an issue. Students that had them just get them in their backpack and didn't take them out, didn't take them on excursions. There'd be the odd request to have them out, but they understood the policy. When I was at secondary, they were becoming more of an issue, but generally they were out of the classroom unless called upon. I can see a need for having them silenced and out of the classroom, as any buzz or ring is a distraction for everybody.
Absolutely. What about for the educational purposes? It seems that there is a bit of a gray area on when it is needed and when it isn't. As an educator, retired educator, do you see the value in it?
The problem with cell phones and even Chromebooks is that they aren't just used for one thing. So the ability to distract is enormous. For the TDSB, at the elementary level, all students from grade 5 on have access to a Chromebook. So if there's a need for technology, we can come in through the Chromebook. Last year, a security device program was brought in, Go Guardian, to enable teachers to allow them to open only one screen or zero in on that focus. And that's important.
Yeah, it truly is, because it's easy to open a number of tabs and go places that you should not be going. Let's talk about funding, and this is not a new topic. It's something that has been around for some time. So according to the Ontario Public School Boards Association, inflation-adjusted funding per student in 2024 below where it was in 2018. So big picture, how is this impacting students?
So in a number of ways. Ones that I noticed most at the schools I was at were a more difficulty with supply teachers, both getting supply teachers and maybe promoting extracurriculars that required supply teachers. Because there was a budget, there might have been less promotion of those extracurriculars because they would require supply teachers and teachers out of the classroom. The other one is assistants, other professionals that help in the classroom, a reduction in that aid. Those were the two main ways I noticed it. And resources. I mentioned all the students have Chromebooks, but I don't think in the 7 years I was an elementary teacher there were ever any textbooks purchased.
Right.
And then a lot of school materials are purchased both with funding from the school or a requirement for parents through the school councils or teachers to fund.
Let me ask you just about the emotions. It's a roller coaster of emotions today, the next week, the next month. From the position that you're in right now, where you can sit back, but you're, as a parent, you also have that position. To help kids, this is a tough time. There's a lot of anxiety among the students, even among the parents. So the relationship between educator, parent, guardian, and child is a really interesting one. It's a significant one. What is some advice that you might have for those who might be watching, whether it is a parent or a student? What do you tell them at this time of year?
Well, for parents to reach out, most teachers are reaching out to parents either through opening a day or week newsletters and inviting means of communications, greeting parents as they drop kids off. Shortly there'll be a parents' night, but also just reaching out. For kids, the first while, certainly at elementary, is all about establishing a rapport with the students and between the students, and really starting to look at emotional intelligence and security in the classroom, definitely. Setting up those rules and routines, helping students set them up too, that make the class a safe place.
Really good. A lot of change over the next little while, but we can do this one together. Congratulations on your retirement, Jack.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your insight today.